In today's video, I'll talk about how to properly maintain your Keurig machine using simple, accessible methods that are absolutely going to save your morning cup of coffee. We are building a complete masterclass today on coffee maker maintenance, and we're basing it entirely on authentic documentation and real expert tutorials. We'll be looking at the exact physical fixes, some really cool hidden chemical hacks, and the closely guarded secrets to keeping your machine running perfectly. Here is our quick roadmap for this explainer. 1. Fixing a clogged Keurig. 2. Demystifying the Descale light. 3. The citric acid hack. And 4. The white vinegar warning. Let's be honest, we've all been there, right? Is your Keurig acting up, flashing that annoying Descale light, or maybe brewing coffee that just tastes off? You wake up, you just want your morning caffeine fix, and you find yourself staring at a machine that either flat out refuses to pump water, or somehow worse, turns your expensive coffee pods into a sour, undrinkable mess. It's incredibly frustrating. But today, we're going to solve these exact problems. All right, Chapter 1. Fixing a clogged Keurig. The physical solution to a machine that just won't pump. Okay, so check out how a super simple, no-tool method can completely save your morning. You don't need to call a repair tech or buy a fancy toolkit. Seriously, all you need to grab is a clean metal paperclip. Cleaning experts point out that the most common culprit for a clogged machine is actually just a buildup of coffee grounds stuck right inside the puncture needles. So you just take that paperclip and carefully clear out both the top and the bottom needles. Now, if that doesn't completely do the trick, pop out the pod holder, give it a firm tap against the counter to dislodge any stubbornly stuck grounds, and wash it out with warm tap water. The impact of this little paperclip trick is honestly staggering. Look at this genuine success story from a user named Patricia Fleming. She wrote, "I literally just dug my Keurig out of the trash and tried this. I'm drinking a cup of liquid gold right now. Cleaning the bottom needle was the trick for me." It really goes to show that before you toss out a supposedly broken appliance, checking for a physical clog, especially in that easily forgotten bottom needle, is an absolute lifesaver. Moving on to Chapter 2, Demystifying the Descale light. The official chemical maintenance routine. Now, according to the official Keurig use and care guides for models like the K-Express and K-Cafe, the protocol is highly specific. First, you've got to completely empty your water reservoir. Then you pour an entire bottle of their branded Keurig Descale solution right into the tank. You follow that up by filling that empty bottle with water and adding it to the mix. Crucially, you need to use a large ceramic mug. Do not use a paper cup because the hot acidic solution will literally eat right through it, and absolutely make sure there is no K-cup pod inserted before you run the brew cycles. So it's a pretty straightforward process, but it does mean buying that specific branded bottle every single time the light comes on. Which brings us to Chapter 3, the citric acid hack, the secret inside the official descaling bottle. All right, this is where it gets really interesting. This is the official safety data sheet for the Keurig descaling solution. And if you look closely, you'll see it's not actually made in-house by Keurig at all. It's manufactured by a company called Ernix Brands LLC out of New York, who specialize in commercial food service descalers. This document gives us a really rare peek behind the corporate curtain. Digging a little deeper into that exact same safety data sheet, we spot this hazard warning diamond. It officially classifies the solution as an eye irritant, stating clearly that it causes serious eye irritation. But the real goldmine of information, the actual secret here, is found when we scroll down to the chemical ingredients. And here is the absolute game changer: citric acid, designated by CAS number 77929. The federally mandated safety data sheet confirms that this fancy branded solution is essentially just water mixed with 7 to 13% citric acid. That's it. A readily available, naturally occurring chemical compound, the exact same stuff found in citrus fruits, is doing all the heavy lifting inside that expensive bottle. So let's put these two realities side by side. On one hand, you have the official Keurig descaling solution, which requires you to go out and buy a full, relatively pricey bottle for every single descale cycle. On the other hand, we have this brilliant DIY citric acid hack. A YouTube creator named Gadgets You Crave showed that you can just buy a bulk bag of food-grade citric acid and replicate this exact chemical process for roughly 7 cents a use. Yeah, you heard me. 7 cents versus the price of a whole branded bottle. Let's break down exactly how you do this at home using a model like the case as our example. Step 1, you just mix 2 tablespoons of bulk citric acid into 32 ounces of water in a bowl, stir it until it dissolves, and pour it into your empty reservoir. Step 2, with the machine powered off, press and hold both the 8-ounce and 12-ounce buttons at the same time for about 3 seconds to enter descale mode. You'll see the lights start flashing. Step 3, press the 12-ounce button to brew that acidic solution into a large mug. Just keep dumping the mug and pressing the button until the add water light pops up. And finally, and this is super important, thoroughly rinse the tank, fill it with fresh water, and run 2 to 3 pure water cycles until that descale notification officially turns off. It's an amazingly effective hack, and it costs literally pennies. Chapter 4, The White Vinegar Warning, Why a Common Household Cleaner Might Totally Ruin Your Morning. While the citric acid hack is amazing, we really need to talk about white vinegar. Look at this panicked post from the Keurig subreddit. The title just says it all. Help, please, how to get vinegar taste out of Keurig after descaling. This user perfectly captures the absolute nightmare of using vinegar. Yes, it's an acid, and yes, it technically dissolves scale. But trying to brew a delicate, fresh cup of coffee, only to have it taste like hot salad dressing, that is a very real, very common disaster. To put this into perspective, just think about the number 12. During a real-world test, the blog The How To Home actually had to run 12 complete, fresh water rinse cycles through their reservoir just to clear out that lingering, stubborn vinegar taste and smell. 12 cycles. That is just a massive waste of time and water, all just to save a few bucks on a cleaner that wasn't even designed for coffee machines in the first place. So, what's our ultimate takeaway here? Always run at least one complete cycle of fresh water through your Keurig after any descaling process to ensure the best taste possible. Honestly, whether you stick to the official Keurig fluid or upgrade to our 7-cent citric acid hack, you're going to have a much easier time rinsing your machine than if you resort to pungent white vinegar. Thorough rinsing is the final non-negotiable step to this whole routine. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. Now that you've seen the official documents, learned the simple paperclip tricks, and uncovered the chemical secrets hiding inside the branded bottle, what's your plan? Will you keep buying the official solution, or is it time to upgrade your routine with a 7-cent citric acid hack? How are you going to tackle your machine's next maintenance cycle? Just keep these little secrets in mind the next time that pesky descale light starts flashing.